my vacation house. A notice was taped to the door. Move out notice in 14 days. My name was printed underneath, listed as not authorized to occupy. I called my mother. She just laughed. You wouldn't help with our debt. Now you lose this too. At the county courthouse, the clerk typed a case number, paused, and went still. Cold-laced, she whispered. This paperwork doesn't match our records. Then she slid the paper back and said quietly, go there, right now. Q. But as soon as I pulled into the driveway, I knew something was wrong the second I turned onto my street. A white paper was taped dead center to my front door. Bold letters, official looking. One word I could read from 20 feet away. Eviction. My name was printed underneath. And then the line that made my stomach drop. Unauthorized occupant. Unauthorized. In my own house. I ripped the paper off so hard the tape left gray smears on the paint. My parents' names were in the plaintiff section. I called my mother. She answered on the second ring. Cheerful. Hi, honey. There's an eviction notice on my door, I said, with your name on it. Silence. Half a beat. Then she laughed, not nervous, amused. Oh, she said. So you found it. What did you do? She sighed like I was exhausting. You wouldn't pay our debt. You think you can say no to family and keep everything you have? This house is in my name. You can't evict me. Her laugh turned sharper. You'd be surprised what paper can do. Then she hung up. I drove straight to the county courthouse. The clerk typed in the case number. Then she went still. Her face drained of color. There's a restricted hold on this, she whispered. Suspected forged documents. My throat went dry. Forged? She leaned closer. Go to your property. Right now. Don't go alone. I called my friend Mariah. Called the sheriff. When I turned onto my street again, my stomach dropped. A moving truck was parked in my driveway. My mother stood on my porch with a clipboard. My father had his arms crossed like he already owned the place. A locksmith was kneeling at my door. What are you doing? I called out. My mother smiled. Getting everything ready. Step away from my door. Now. She lifted her clipboard. Don't embarrass yourself. It's already filed. My father stepped forward. You're not authorized. That's what the notice says. Then I heard tires on gravel behind me. A sheriff's unit. The deputy stepped out, scanning the scene. My mother rushed toward him with papers. Deputy, thank you. We're executing an eviction. She's an unauthorized occupant. I cut in immediately. I'm the owner. That eviction notice is flagged for suspected forgery. The deputy glanced at my mother's packet. Then he pulled out his phone and made a quiet call. When he hung up, his face went cold. Ma'am, he said to my mother, the courthouse confirms this case is on a restricted hold. Suspected forged documents. My father's jaw clenched. That's nonsense. The deputy didn't blink. No lock change. No entry. No moving. Right now. My mother's face went pale. You can't stop an eviction. My father snapped. The deputy's voice stayed flat. I can stop a fraudulent one. We went back to the courthouse. The clerk pulled up deeper records. Her eyes went wide. They filed an emergency motion for immediate possession. She whispered. Hearing tomorrow morning. Tomorrow? She nodded. If you don't show up, they get a default order. Then they walk in with paper that looks final. But that wasn't the worst part. She clicked into another screen. The filer account. She said slowly. It's your name, your email, your contact number. My blood went ice cold. They filed under my identity. Mariah swore under her breath. Then the clerk found something else. The filing was manually accepted, she whispered, by a supervisor. The deputy's eyes narrowed. Which supervisor? She printed a page and slid it under the glass. Security pulled the camera footage. Grainy hallway. Staff door. My mother walking in like she belonged there. The supervisor opening the door wider, letting her in. The deputy looked at the supervisor. Explain. Her voice shook. She said her daughter was unstable. She was crying. I felt heat behind my eyes. She wasn't crying at my front door. She was laughing. Detective Hayes called 2 days later. We executed a search warrant on your parents' residence. My stomach dipped. We found drafts of additional filings. He said, what kind? He exhaled. A petition for guardianship. The word hit like ice water. They were going to have you declared unstable, he said. Then take everything. The day they took a plea deal, my mother tried one more time. In the courthouse hallway, she moved toward me like she was going to hug. Bailiff stepped between us. Her eyes filled with tears. Lo, she whispered, you're doing this to us. I didn't raise my voice. I said one sentence. You did this to you. The judge sentenced them. Prison time, restitution, a permanent order to stay away. My mother didn't say sorry. Not once. She said she was desperate, scared, that she didn't think it would go this far. Which is another way of saying she didn't think she'd get caught. My father stared at the floor until the end. When the judge asked if he understood the gravity of what he'd done, he finally looked up. His eyes met mine. Not with apology, with resentment. Like consequences were something I had done to him. The bailiff led them both away in handcuffs. Paper can scare you. Paper can pressure you. But paper also leaves trails. And this time, that trail didn't lead to my door. Full story linked on the channel below.